insurance agents, stop buying leads. If you're buying leads, you're already on the backside of business. You are slowly going out of business, I would say. The retention rate in the insurance business is pretty horrible. Matter of fact, the retention rate in any direct sales business is pretty bad. But the reason is simple, because people don't know how to generate their own leads, and so they get put into this situation where they have to buy leads. Think about it just for a second, especially if you're in the insurance world. Where does all of the big marketing companies that you buy insurance leads, where do they reside? Where do they come from? If you notice, they're all from where? Nebraska, Connecticut, places where they have huge insurance companies already. So what does that tell you? That tells you these companies have marketing agencies that are pair businesses that are outside of their business, but they're sort of like subsidiaries. They generate the leads, the cream of the crop they sell directly, or they have their in-house producers do, and then they sell off the rest. Why would anyone sell you a lead for $25, $50 when you know if it's a good lead, that lead is worth $500 to $5,000 in commissions? So it stands the reason if you're buying leads, you're always buying lower quality leads. And leads come in three different categories. It's a good lead, which means it converts a lot. It's a fast lead, which means it can be produced quickly. Or it's a cheap lead, which means you can get a lot of them really, really cheap. Here's the problem. You can't get all three simultaneously in one lead. One lead will have two out of the three of those categories. If you want a fast lead, then it's either going to be cheap, you're going to be sacrificing price, cheap, or it's not going to be good, right? You can get it fast, but you can't get a good lead fast, at least not cheap. I can get a good lead and I can get it a fast lead, but it won't be cheap. If I want a good lead and a cheap lead, then it won't be fast. If I want a cheap lead and a fast lead, then it won't be good. You always sacrificing one of the three. Which sacrifice do you want? My contingency is this. If you will get the tools, the training, the technology it takes and requires for you to learn how to generate your own leads, you can have all three at the same time. However, if you're a buyer of leads and not a producer of leads, you can only have two of the three. You can't have all three at the same time. You can't have fast leads and good leads and it be cheap, or you can't have fast, cheap leads and it be good, or you can't have good leads that are cheap and it come fast. You're always sacrificing one of those three qualities of leads. However, when you have a database like we have of over 220 million data points and data leads lists, where it filters for their names, their email address, their cell phone number, their physical address, their height, their weight, their income, their financial standings. Do they own a home? What's their FICO score? All of those things you can filter for. You can target them with then some technology we have that will deliver a message either through social media, through text, through email, through voice drop, through snail mail, but you're able to connect with them one way. Then we give you some assets to give away. You can give them value without ever having to ask. So now you're not just cold calling and pestering people, but hey, we want to give you $10, $50, $500 in free food, free gas, free groceries, free whatever, just to say thank you for being in the community and thank you for considering XYZ company next time you need to buy. When you can give value, people welcome the message rather than repel the message. We give you that. We give you the scripts. We give you everything you need for you to then be able to generate your own leads. And because the way we've structured it, you can get paid to give things away. You have the tools that don't cost you but just a few cents every time it goes out. Now I can get fast leads that are cheaper than buying them, and they're good leads because I've produced them and I've nurtured them. And then here's the greatest part. The leads that aren't good, the leads that came fast and they're cheap because you have these tools, but they're not that great, you sell them, and now you are a producer and reseller of leads rather than just a buyer of leads, which means you can now put your insurance business, your real estate business, your direct sales business in the black, and you can scale that. But as long as you're buying leads, you are on the backside of the business and on your way out. Stop buying leads, start producing leads. That's what we do at TerryWilson3.com. Ask your TW3 agent today how you can become an elite member today for as little as $29 a month, and for $29 a month, be able to create unlimited leads by the push of a button, and you can have fast, cheap, and good leads all at the same time.
Inspiring, informative, and informational.
This is TTW3.